Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. And I'm I'm reading the comments, which do make me laugh. June, your Colin, he's a man, isn't he? Eh? I love it when they do things like that. They hurt themselves, they go out and play the hero, and then they moan. I love it. I love it. So thank you very much for joining me, everybody, today on Wednesday for Wednesday Wonder, which is I finally managed to get hold of a decent quantity of the Stamperia collection. So it's been around for quite a long time, and it just goes like hotcakes. So I have been trying to get hold of some for some while. Oops. And I have at last managed to get hold of some of the more recent ones. There's another one that's about due out as well. But I'm going back to my love of scrapbooking. It was something that I started to do years ago. And so that's what what pulls me towards these beautiful papers. But obviously I'm making some cards with them as well. But I'm going to show you 3 different things. God, blind, you're lucky today. So we have got a couple from the Romantic collection. Now this one is called Sea Dream. And if you've ever seen these before, they are just stunning. They're double-sided. I've pinched loads of this already. And they have got just the most beautiful already papers done, and they are perfect for scrapbooking or journaling or cards, and I'm going to be making a bit of everything here today. So that is your gorgeous Sea Dream, and as I say, I've already taken loads out of there, so as half of the thing to show you. This one is the Romantic collection journal, so this has got a different theme altogether. You've got all these elements that you can cut out as well, making cards and scrapbooking pages and everything. Just beautiful. I just love them. The quality is superb. And I know that this sounds a bit of a fetish here, but the smell. Oh, does anyone else smell their paper? Oh, God. Or is it just me? Sorry, but I do. So let us, without further ado, show you all of the things that I have to show you to do with it. I'm also going to be working with the Crafts by Sue Wilson, Craft Eyes by Sue Wilson Noble Collection postage stamp frame. So you have got, this is a fairly new one, you have got a selection of 12 dies, with the largest one being 12.4 by 17.5 centimetres. And they come with, obviously, like a postage stamp, the outer edge with a little bit of stitched inside. And then you've got a plain one as well. So you can make that into an actual proper sitting out frame, or literally a proper frame as well. So I'm going to be showing you a couple of different ways to be doing that. So without further ado, I'm going to move on to the first project that we've got today. Let's just pop these over here. And the first project, I've already cut out some. So I have already taken my, where are we? This die, this one here. And I've cut out 3 of these with this die only. And then I'm going to take the next size, the plain size that goes just inside there. I'm going to make a really simple card, and it's going to be ideal for any occasion, and male or female. So we like that sort of card. So that's going to be my centerpiece there. And I've chosen one of the papers. They're all, as I said, double-sided. So you know, choose what you like. And I'm going to choose various different places in which to pop my frame. So again, the beauty of these is that you can literally mix and match as you go. So I'm just going to pop these through my machine. And whoops, we will see this take place very quickly. Like this sort of cards. So I'm just taking that and putting that random, taking that and putting that random. So that's that one. And that will slot onto there. Then I'm going to choose another bit, which is a little bit down here. So this is another bit random. We like random, don't we? Eh? And then I'm going to take one more piece, and I think I'm going to go for the blooms up in this top corner here as well. But obviously with all this sort of thing, you can take wherever you fancy. And I know it does cut off some of the parts, but put that around that way. But it's only you that knows that it has, because you've seen it, and you can choose to take it from wherever you like. So as I said, this is a really quick and simple card, and ideal for any occasion, depending on what sentiment you then put on, really. So I've just cut those 3 out, and I'm going to pop them onto my panels, which I've already done. And they're going to go on there like that. So let's pop some glue on. I've been busy making cards all morning so far, or actually not cards, but various different things. So the glue should be primed and ready to go, because it really needs another one already, because I've nearly run out. So just popping these. Now, I didn't notice, did anyone else say that they like to sniff their paper? Or is it just me? Please tell me it's not just me. Please tell me I'm not the only one that's got a paper fetish. Just some of the papers just smell so beautiful. And it's a little bit like, now, secrets coming out now. It's a little bit like a Kindle. Now, bear with me whilst I'm doing this as to what I'm talking about. A Kindle. I'm sure most of you are aware what a Kindle is, but basically, if you're not, it's an electronic device which has like a mini computer, and you can watch or read your books. You have your books downloaded onto there, and instead of turning the pages, you flick your finger. Now, that's all very well and good. It saves taking a load of books with you. If you're going on holiday, you've got a whole library's worth just on one little tiny tablet. However, there's nothing beats the smell of a new book. Is there not? Or is, again, that just me, eh? Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad some of you do. Thanks, Tracy. Yeah. So let us, oh, well, there isn't really a right and a wrong, but I'm going to pop it down like this. So all I've done is just pop these on here. I've got an A5 card, so you can see what sort of size we're looking at. I think I'm going to offset these very slightly so that we've got something a little bit different there. And I'm just going to take I've just popped them on foam just to bring them up. So again, you really, if someone said to you, oh, we're going out in an hour and it's so-and-so's birthday or anniversary, or they're not very well, have you got a card? No, I haven't, but hold on a minute, because here is one that I can do within that hour, which I think is pretty good going. In actual fact, I think I put that on upside down, but nobody knows. So all of these papers and that just look fab when you're just putting them on here like that. And as I say, we're more or less done with just a very short space of time. So I'm then going to take one of the bold shadowed sentiments, and I'm just going to do a very quick hello onto here. Oh, if I can get them off. And then that card's done. And we like that sort of card, do we not? We like that sort of card. So let me just decide what colours we should do that one with. I think we go with that blue that we've done there, shall we? Well, we would if I could find it, because here we go. Here we go. Can't find the card. Oh dear, oh dear. Can you remember what that might look like? What have I done with that? Oh, honestly. It really is hopeless, isn't it? That's not that colour. Never mind. Think amongst yourselves. Pretend it's got a sentiment on. I can't be doing with it because I want to show you the other cards. Well, this one would work, except it doesn't. But let's pretend that shall we play Let's Pretend? Let's pretend that that's blue. And there we are. It's not, it's mauve and it looks ridiculous, but you can see where I'm going. And when I find the blue, I will finish that card. But I'm so excited to show you the other cards. We were going to have to, unfortunately, I have cut some out earlier. So, card 1, half finished. Let's put that to one side. Now, card 2. Card 2 is a bigger card. Card 2 is an 8x8 card, of which I have already cut a mocha, this colour is called, piece of background, because I think that looks really quite fab with it. And I've got a piece of card here ready to go to cut my frame out. Now, I'm going to pop that to one side. So my next frame, I'm going to go with my second postage stamp size. Okay, so that's that size. But then I'm not going to go with this one, which is the next one down. I'm going to miss one because I want to actually make it into a frame. So I'm going to miss one, and then I'm going to take the next straight one. So I've missed one, and I'm going to go for the straight one there, like that. So I'm going to make that into a frame. So we pop this down first. And I'm going to cut them out both at the same time, but you could cut them out separately if you prefer. And I'm just going to pop that as much as I can, or much as I think it is, into the centre, and then just run that through my machine. And I'm going to use my big plates for that. I need to be able to get as much cutting area, so I'm just going to use my big plates for that one. Run that through. Oh, it takes that much longer. So I've cut it out of the same colour, so the same mocha colour, and even that piece leaves a nice edge. You could make a lovely frame of that. In fact, you could even go for making that into a frame inside out, if you see what I mean. There's an awful lot of scope with this thing here. So, I mean, obviously, well, not obviously, but these things are often meant for a rectangular card, but I'm putting it on a square card, so it doesn't, you know, if you look at these and think, well, I don't want to do rectangular cards, we have ways and means. So let's pop these all back in together so you can see that they're all nesting there. And we've now got our frame. Okay, so our frame. Now, I have gone through these papers and I have seen that I've chopped this bit off, but I have seen that there is a beautiful postcard already sitting there, ready and waiting to be framed. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to cut that out by hand so that we know that will fit. So I'm just going to literally place it over the part of my frame that I want to fit. And I'm just going to have to chop you off little. I don't like to chop the little turtle, but needs must. And then it looks as if I've actually got that beautiful frame. So the other part that was on here just now was this, which I have chosen to fussy cut. And I know not everybody would do that, but I actually find it quite therapeutic sometimes, not always, to cut out something that is what they say, fussy cut. So I haven't gone completely mad. You can see that there are places where I've left it, but I just think that's beautiful. And I've chosen another piece from this as well. That's on the back of it, so that's beautiful too. But I've gone with this, which is more like a seam. So very simply going to pop this together now. So this piece here was 19.5 by 19.5. So I need to trim this down to 19 by 19. So again, because it is, I've got to take off about 2 centimeters off of that all the way around. I just want to make sure that I cut off about 1 centimeter all the way around, and then it's going to be a more even piece, because you can see that it's got a bit of a frame. So if we go, let's just check the measurements here. So we've got a piece here that's 20, and we want it down to 19, don't we? So let's take 1/2 centimetre off all the way round from each side. And I'm going to use my cutter here. I'm going to be able to use my 1/2 centimetre sort of on the other side of the cutter. I think I've said that before, but I prefer when I'm just doing a little slither off of something, I prefer to take it from that side. So I'm just going to put my piece of paper up to the 1/2 centimetre and then just run that all the way around. So again, I'm going to take off 1/2 centimetre all the way around. And I'm going to do it evenly so that we've still got a complete picture. Like that. So again, if you're into your art journals and things, it makes a really lovely set. So let's see how that looks. Anyone would think that I did it before, wouldn't they, eh? So that is going to go on there, which is just a beautiful card in itself, I think. But we will just do what I wanted to do with it. Just love it. So I am going to pop some glue onto the back of my base card. Oh, I better just check, hadn't I? Yeah, I have got it right. Those of you that were with me on Saturday know that I don't always. And then my lovely picture is going to go on there. And that one goes straight down there, leaving a little border all the way around. I think this card, the mocha card, looks really good with that. So I'm then going to pop some foam onto the back of this piece of card, onto my frame, because I want my frame to sit up a bit more, sit proud. Has anyone else scrapbookers beforehand? It's yeah, it was one of my first ever things. I've got loads of scrapbooks from when the kids were little, but I have to get more into them again a bit more. It's funny, isn't it, when you know, a few years ago everyone took photographs and had them all printed off, and now we just have them on our phone, and there will come a time when we just won't see them anymore, will we? Shame. But there you go. Right, so I'm going to take my backings off so that I can see. And my actual frame part, because it sort of fits in so well, I'm actually going to stick that down onto my card base. So I'm going to give it sort of that sort of an angle there. So that's just going to go absolutely flat. And just sort of like that, which looks a little bit random, but when our lovely frame goes over the top of that with a little bit of glue, that's extra. So we then pop our frame like that. So I want to put the glue on it. That like that. I then, as you know, cut out this, which I'm going to put like that onto there. So I've then hidden any of the little things that we sort of didn't want to have there. Just love it. Love this. So pretty. Going to pop some glue onto the back and then just pop that over the top of my frame like that. And then you'll be pleased to hear, well, that's if I can find it, that I did earlier cut out the word hello. And I used the, because it's the shadowed one, I cut out the background with the mocha, and then I've taken a pale grey and I've just popped that on so that there is a sentiment there. Okay, and I'm going to pop that on with some sticky specs just to stick that on properly. Oh, oh, oh. Just pull that off. It's a very delicate cut die, this one. Very delicate indeed. But it does fit rather beautifully onto there. So I'm just going to hold my breath whilst I let that, well, I was going to say fall, but hardly fall, is it? Let that get into position, even down to the wiggly bit, which is what the beauty of having the sticky spec sheets are, that you can get every single bit of that in. I'm going to put it on again because I want to be able to stick the whole thing down. And stick that onto here. So again, I'm not saying anything, if you see what I mean. I'm just saying hello. It could be, I like sending cards just for saying hello, especially now when we've all been through such a pooey time. I just think a card that just says hello and sort of like wish you were there, really, because I think I do. I wish I was there, wherever that was. And a random thought, I don't know if any of you follow Ben Fogle on Instagram, but he at the moment is filming in the Outer Hebrides in some remote islands where he first started his career with Castaway some 20 years ago. He's sort of returning to there. And oh my goodness, could I live there? And it looks a bit like that, out in the middle of nowhere with no one around, just beautiful scenery. And so I could live there. Yeah, I could live at that one. Now, we're going to go even more random, but this one I'm not going to show you how to do it because it's one that I have been working on for a little while, but I just wanted to show you the beauty of the Stamperia cards and things. So now this one is totally different, and this one is the Amazon range, or Amazonian. And I just wanted to show you what I've done with it because it just shows you how versatile these can be. So these are some extra things that you can get with this. They're not available in all of the designs, but in this one there was, which is collectibles. So you've got 12 by 6 sheets, 12 inches by 6 inches, and they are very cleverly double-sided. So I can cut that butterfly out there and it's exactly mirrored on there. which is rather lovely. So there's lots of elements like that. There's also wooden shapes. There are 2 different ones. And this is what I've used on my next project. And I've used the papers, and I have also used the Miss P Loves journaling dies, which are, I need to bring those in so you can see. That's these. So the mini journals, which I think is just a fab idea of how they work. And although I went a bit mad with this one, my thoughts are that I'm going to be making it into a little birthday card for my grandson when he's going to be 1. Not with this particular one. There's another one called Circle of Love, so I'm going to do it with that. But I just wanted to show you. I went a bit mad because I got quite a few pages on there. So there's no, obviously I've stuck papers on there, but what is so good about those is you can add and take away the papers because you have got your little hinge here, special hinge, which holds all the papers together. Very clever. We'll do that another day. However, here are the papers for the Amazonian. So they are full of Amazon flowers and butterflies. So, and here are these lovely wooden shapes that I showed you just now. So they've just stuck on with the craft artist glue, nothing special. And I have taken and chosen from, I've taken my dies, and like I did with the stamps, postage stamp, I've held them over and saw where I wanted to frame my picture. And then I've used some of the other little things here. And I thought that for a child, hopefully, the theory is that you can talk about this book when they're only little like this. So again, beautiful butterflies, lovely pages. And then my little sloth. And again, just all coordinated, and you just don't need to do anything with it, do you really? It's just so lovely. The papers just do it all for you. And butterfly there. I could obviously do more journaling and that sort of thing on it, but it's just such a huge difference. But just these papers, do look out for them, because I do intend to stock these now, and there will be always different ones coming up. There's a new one called Forest coming in soon as well. So that's a little journal there, but I'm making it into a card because it actually stands up like that. And I wouldn't put quite so many. I mean, golly, it's almost like a novel, isn't it, really? But ordinarily, I would probably put just 3 sheets in there and make that into a little card. But I got carried away, really. Anyway, so the beautiful Stamperia papers and all the bits and pieces. What a collection. And couldn't be more different, could you? And when I find the proper piece of card, which will be the second I say cheerio, we won't have that hello. We will have the hello from the beautiful background there. So lots of different things to show you there today. The Stamperia papers, they do come in sizes of 8x8, which these ones are, or 12x12. I do have some 12x12, but they do tend to go like even hotter cakes. So I do tend to stick to the 8x8s and, you know, do it like that. So there you go. Lots to show you today. I hope that you've enjoyed looking at them anyway, as much as I have absolutely loved doing them for you. In particular, this one. This is just, I just love it. It's really different, and I just love these frames, but the papers and fussy cutting that, yeah, I like that sort of thing. So I hope you do as well. I will be doing some lovely workshops with some lovely people at the weekend on Saturday. Don't forget that I'm not here on Friday for the Fancy Fold, but I will be back on Sunday. And I will be back on Sunday with elements that John Lockwood will be bringing into some new bits and pieces tomorrow, Thursday, the 6th of May at 6 o'clock on the craft store. So he will be bringing you some gorgeous loveliness, and I will be bringing you it again on Sunday because I have enjoyed working with that one as well. So thank you very much for for now, stay safe. Thank you very much for joining me today. Let's hope this weather cheers up just a little tad. It's got another just over a week before it should do, when I need it to. So there you go. Sandra, yes, I know what you mean. Sandra says that she could hardly bear to cut in them. I do exactly know what you mean, but you know what? When you do cut into them and you come out with something like that, and you've actually achieved it with hardly doing anything, or something like this, which I had such great fun doing, then actually it does make it all the worthwhile to make it into something rather than into just a book. Alternatively, one could buy two, one to cut into and one to keep and sniff. Take care. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Bye.